HSMXpress is obviously only for SolidWorks.
Right.
And as you mentioned, very important, it's for SolidWorks 2010 or higher users, correct?
Sure.
Why only SolidWorks? Why not a lot of other people?
That's a question that we get asked very frequently, and I want to take this opportunity to sort of really talk to a lot of people at once about that. Autodesk Inventor is an outstanding product. Space Claim is an amazing new product with a completely new approach that a lot of the other companies like PTC and a lot of others are with direct modeling are starting to really look at, and they have been looking at it for years. But Space Claim is really the guys that jumped out and got people's attention with that technology. SolidWorks, we'd like to answer the question, the market told us what we needed to do. Even though Inventor is an outstanding product and Space Claim is an outstanding product, the reality is that for PC-based 3D solid modeling, SolidWorks won the CAD war. I like to call it the second CAD war. And that was the war for the market of the manufacturers, okay? And I like to use this analogy of the Civil War. There are still people in the South that are fighting the Civil War. The Civil War's been over for, you know, how long? The reality is that for manufacturers, the market decided that SolidWorks was the 3D solid modeling tool that they were going to use. You had designers and engineers that were getting into 3D solid modeling because of SolidWorks and their network of VARs, who were pros, recognized early on the benefits of the 3D solid modeling, and they had the big army. SolidWorks had the big army out there. There was Solid Edge. I don't want to forget them. That's a phenomenal product. Sure. I personally know people that use Solid Edge, Inventor, and Space Claim that are professionals, that are experts in their industries, and they can give you 100 reasons why that product works for them and works phenomenally well. But if each of those products had a footprint in manufacturing half as large as SolidWorks, we would have a product for those guys. I mean, it would be crazy for us not to do it. But the market spoke. SolidWorks is the standard for manufacturers. People connected with machines, okay, and which is a big market. The market chose SolidWorks. We didn't. And so obviously we were just following what the market did. And I think, now can that change? A lot of people say, well, what happens if this happens? If it happens, we're constantly evaluating the market every single month, and we're looking, what are these guys doing? What are these guys doing? Because our end users are saying, hey, you know what, these guys do something really cool or this. So we're going to follow the market, as any smart company should do. And so right now, our products are available exclusively for SolidWorks. That's HSMWorks and HSMXpress, the new free CAM system for SolidWorks. And I hope I didn't beat that dead horse, but that really is the answer. The market chose for us who we were going to work with.
But you're open to
absolutely,
expanding to other platforms as you see appropriate.
Well, and the thing too, and I think this is important, and we tell a lot of people this too, is that we chose SolidWorks for obvious reasons. They were the biggest. That was the market that was out there. And now, at the same time, we only had enough bandwidth to do a product for one company right. And that was why we could not release HSMXpress. The joke was we wanted to release HSMXpress a couple years ago, and Tom Mortensen, our managing director and CEO, said, Graves, we can't give away a crappy product. We have to give away a good product because we're going to get a lot of attention, obviously, and people are going to know us for the quality of the product that they download and use.
Well, let me touch on that a little bit.
Sure.
I mean, I'm always curious when people give away their product, and I wonder how they can remain viable. I mean, you're not a charity, you're not a not-for-profit.
Right.
How does
trust funds?
Trust funds, right?
No, none of us are independently wealthy.
How does it? How do you make money giving a product away for free?
Okay.
And what's the
good question? Good question, because you would probably suspect we do not sell direct. We sell through a reseller channel. So another obvious question that goes along with that is, did our reseller channel have a heart attack when we talked to them about what we were going to do? And the reality is that the market for HSMXpress in the design and engineering community has not existed until now. So So from that standpoint, it really is bringing those guys into the world of machining. So for us, it was a no-brainer for those guys.
Is there an upgrade path from HSMXpress to HSMWorks? And what is the difference between the two offerings?
The difference is you have more advanced strategies, and let me be specific about that. HSMXpress is a basic machining product which includes milling and drilling for 2 and 2.5 axis machining. Right. Which, interestingly enough, it's approximated that represents anywhere between 35 to 40% of all machining done on the planet Earth on 3-axis. No, not even on 3-axis machining centers. On machining centers, period. So, if you wanted to extrapolate that out, if 35 to 40% of those customers buy SolidWorks, they now have a free cam system, right, for $5,000. They have a design to manufacturing solution. Now, on 3-axis vertical machines, the amount of machining done on those machines, that's 2 and 2.5 axis, is estimated anywhere between 50% to 70%. That's a huge number for 3-axis vertical machines. But not all of those people have SolidWorks. So what we're doing is we're introducing them as much to SolidWorks as we are to integrated CAM, because we know that when they see how easy it is to do 2 and 2.5 axis, which we include all of our drilling, we include our adaptive clearing technology, which we pioneered, which is a high-speed roughing strategies. A lot of the companies have this stuff now, but we had it 7 years ago, or maybe even 8 years ago now. Before we were even HSMWorks, we had the technology. That's included. 2D adaptive clearing, we have for roughing. We have all of our pocket contour strategies, facing, and all the basic things you do for 2 and 2.5 axis. The reality is there are probably several thousand customers right now that just got the CAM system. They'll never have to upgrade. But the industry as a whole, you have 3D, mold and die, surface machining. You have 4 and 5 axis. 4 and 5 axis positioning. You have mill turn. You have turning. People can upgrade to HSMWorks. Same exact technology. It's just it unlocks all those additional strategies.
So if I'm into those larger requirements, that's when I go to HSMWorks from HSMXpress.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So great concept, great idea for a solution for design to manufacturing, an integrated solution. The price is perfect.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Say I'm interested. What do I do from here?
They just go to hsmworks.com or hsmexpress.com. Either site is going to take them to a page where they're going to be able to go in and fill out a short registration form. And that's all we require, is that they provide us with some accurate contact information. It's not even a lot of contact information. We want to know where they're from. Are they from Iowa? Are they from Ohio? Are they from Belgium? Are they from Copenhagen, Denmark, where we're headquartered over in Europe? Are they from my hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina? We want to know where they are, and obviously they have to provide us their email address so they can get the license. So we've got that information as well. There are no advertisements or anything in the software like that too. I didn't point that out in the press announcement, but there aren't any hidden gotchas. I mean, it's a free product. But
and then what happens from there? Will a reseller reach out to me, or?
Right now, it's that hasn't been determined yet. The reality of the fact is that more people are going to be reaching out to us, and we think the resellers are going to have their hands full. So right now there aren't plans to reach out to those people, because the reality is, if they use the product, we won't have to reach out to them. They will reach out to us, and other integrated solutions too. They're going to start looking at all the other products as well, and they should. They should absolutely do that.
So I download the software. Mm-hmm. I start using it.
Yep.
And then what? If I'm struggling with something, I reach out to.
They go to our forum, where we have our entire reseller channel monitors the forum. Our developers monitor the forum. This is a good place to mention that our support department is our developers. Right. Because if you want a product fixed, if there's a bug, the developers are going to fix it because they don't want the support calls. Novel concept.
Right.
And at the same time, they're the ones that have to fix it, so they need to know if there's
Sure.
a problem. And not only that, we get a lot of suggestions, not only on the forum, but even in email. And the developers get that. The support at hsmworks.com is our development department.
And the people that might need help with machining, education and machining, you could
They
point
just
them
go
in the
into
right
the
direction.
forum and ask, forum.hsmworks.com. It's the same forum as our HSMWorks users, and they just ask for help. And you know how these forums are. I mean, they're communities of users that like to help people out. So that's another cool thing about this is that we're going to be able to put people in touch, and we're going to monitor that. And if they ask questions and people aren't answering it, or maybe we need to steer them to a more machine-oriented resource of information, then we'll go ahead and do that. So
great. Anthony, thanks. This has been great. This is a really exciting opportunity, I think, for a lot of manufacturers, a lot of small and medium-sized manufacturers in particular.
Sure. Absolutely.
And I congratulate you and the HSMWorks crowd on
Thank you.
A really exciting announcement. Good
Thanks.
luck.
Well, I want to thank you too, because one of the important things that people ask, you guys are only advertising, you guys are only reaching out to the community through, they're only reaching out through Desktop Engineering. We chose you guys to be the first company that we worked with in print and online because of the fact that you guys are the resource. You're the leader in getting this type of information out to the user community through print. You guys have been for years, and I think that's very important because Desktop Engineering is a trusted resource for information and source of information. And one of the biggest challenges that we have moving forward, along with all the other products, all the other companies that are out there in the integrated CAM market, is educating people about the benefits of integrated CAM and the real benefits, and getting them brought into that next generation of users. And so we're proud, really, we look at it as much, or probably more so, as a contribution to the entire engineering community, this HSMWorks product that HSMXpress product that we've released. And obviously, people reward us. If we make a good product, that's the thing. It's our responsibility to make a good product. We're not entitled to anybody's business. If we make the best hammer, people are going to buy our hammer. Sure. So, again, we thank you for coming down, making the trip. Special to be here. And a lot of people couldn't make it, but you guys went out of the way to make it, and we won't forget that. So thank you so much, Tom.
It's great to be here. It's a worthy announcement. It's a great announcement, and congratulations and best of luck.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.